Well, we're so glad to talk to you about these things, Miss Hickman. You were telling me that you are banned from your home in Glynn County, Georgia. Banned off the word of your husband, who is a mentally ill. Actually, he has post traumatic stress syndrome. He's 100% disabled. That's by the VA. And it's hard to be, a lot of people don't know it, but they don't declare you disabled very easily. You have to be disabled. So he's 100% disabled vet, and that's from the Vietnam War, that PTSD. And he keeps calling police and telling them that you run over him with your car. And he's done that twice and had you arrested for hit and run. And he meets the police and he's talking to them. He doesn't have any dirt on him, no scars on him. He doesn't go to the doctor, he doesn't go to the hospital, but they arrest you off the word of a man who's 100% disabled due to mental illness, and he says that you just ran over him with your car. And he's done that twice, and you've been in jail twice for it.
Yes.
The second time you were in jail for it, you helped 4 women who you found there who should not have been in jail. And you helped them to fill out a grievance that they needed to get out of jail.
Yes.
Because you have qualifications that the women who were in the jail population did not have. And those are that you are a doctor of psychology, you are you work 23 years for the federal government in the intel unit, you say?
Yes.
And you also are a businesswoman and had your own consignment shop after your marriage. And you've been married to your husband. You were married to him for about 5-6 years. And during that time, when you first met him, you didn't know that he was as mentally ill as he turned out to be. You knew he had issues. And you thought with your background in psychology, you could help him, didn't you?
Absolutely.
But then when he came up missing for 2 weeks and you needed to go through his papers to see if you could find out more about him and try to find him, you found out that he had been in prison. You found out that he had actually been declared 100% incompetent by the government as a PTSD vet. And you found out that he also had a drug problem.
24 years of a drug problem, crack cocaine.
Oh my goodness. And so you found all this out, and when he came home, he had a scheme to get money, didn't he?
Yes, ma'am.
And that was to, what did he want to do with something about your car?
Drop and roll. He wanted to drop and roll on my car, file a false claim, and get money from my insurance companies.
And you refused to do that, of course.
Absolutely.
And so, in other words, you say he had crossed over into the criminally insane.
Yes.
And instead of that happening, he decided to, one day you went to Walmart and he called the police and said you had just run over him and left.
Yes.
Said you had just done a hit and run with your car.
Yes.
And then he tried to file a claim on that and saying that you had hurt him so bad with the car.
Yes.
And he didn't have a scratch on him.
Nope.
But you're where? You went to jail.
Yes.
Now, after that, you were banned. You were told by the judge never to go back to your home where you lived and where your mentally ill husband depended on you.
Yes.
And you say that it's not that unheard of for black people to be banned from counties in the state of Georgia.
No, it's prevalent.
Now, I had heard, like you mentioned, about the Forsyth County where the some white residents went from house to house shooting blacks and running them out of the county and took their land, took their property. Now, that was back in 1912. But do you mean to say in Georgia they're still banning blacks?
Yes.
And you were about to tell me whether you heard of any white people ever being banned.
No, I haven't. But I was mentioning I had heard from my Caucasian friends that I have in Brunswick. They cautioned me about a graveyard in Brantley County that the Glynn County Police use when they kidnap people from their cars. They take them out in Brantley County, I've heard this, and they kill them and leave them there in the swamps. And as far as I'm concerned, my being brought to court once every couple of months on aggravated stalking charges, there's a felony, and I'm being brought to court for this.
So in other words, you having to leave Maryland and come down to Brunswick every couple of months.
Yes.
And because your husband is steadily saying that you were stalking him.
No, my husband says that he's not saying it. He's saying that the judges are filling out paperwork against me and making him say that he's did these things. So he's
being called in to sign paperwork against you that he didn't even make the allegations he says.
And I proved it through Judge Atwood, because I have a copy where he's done it, Judge Atwood.
So, and it makes you nervous for them to make you leave Maryland and come to Brunswick, Georgia every month or every 2 months, doesn't it?
I am terrified for my life.
You try to get friends to ride with you, don't you?
I have to, yes.
So what would be the ideal resolution of this for you?
The ideal resolution that I feel that I deserve is that my husband is charged with 6 counts of perjury, and that once my husband is charged with perjury, this will go away.
So in other words, if you could ever go to court, it's supposed to be every American's right, if you are charged with a crime, to go to court on your crime. They won't go to court with you on this. They just want to charge you Sentinel's monthly fee, keep you coming down there, and all the time you got in the back of your mind that they might try to do something to you.
I'm sure that they want to kill me. I'm sure my life is in danger. As a matter of fact, I talked to the Attorney General office in the state of Georgia. I was told to hire the best civil attorney, constitutional attorney. I did that already. It's not working. I also was told to take my case with evidence to the grand jury foreman in Glynn County. I did that on September 27, 2011. I submitted my warrant application to the grand jury foreman. To this day, the grand jury foreman has refused for me to appear as a private citizen before the grand jury.
So at this point, you are going to sue Glynn County, and you want to get them in court that way. They won't go to criminal court with these trumped up charges, so you want to get them in civil court so you can clear your name. Is that right?
Absolutely. Federal court, Savannah, Georgia, yes.
So you're going to file a complaint
Wednesday,
that's December 14th, and you're going to file a complaint against Glynn County, naming people you feel that are co-conspirators to this plot against you. You're going to file a civil complaint because you feel you have a right to go to court on these charges and not keep paying $35 a month to Sentinel to supervise you for something you've never even been to court for, and you're having to pay your storage on your personal possessions. How much is that?
$55 a month.
So even though you're deprived of a way to make an income, and let's face it, at this point, would you pass security clearance for the type work that you normally do?
Absolutely not. I wouldn't be able to pass a background check because I have open pending cases against me in the state of Georgia.
And you have felony cases against you.
Yes.
Have you ever been to felony court?
Never.
You've never been to Superior Court?
Never.
But you keep going to magistrate court?
Yes.
And it's not on the hit and runs, which you want to get cleared. It's on this stalking.
Yes.
But even that should be in Superior Court, shouldn't it, since it's aggravated?
It's a felony, yes.
But they won't let you go to court. They
No,
won't
ma'am.
let you clear your name.
No, they will not.
Well, I am so sorry you're going through this. And you were telling me that it's caused you to have to be on nerve pills at this point.
Absolutely. After July 22nd, when I was summoned to come to court, and I thought I would be able to clear my name through the court, I found that I was being charged again with beating up my husband, and this time they said that I had a white woman that I beat my husband up with. And after court, I was just so disillusioned, and I went back to the state of Maryland, and I lost my hair because I found that there was no justice, and I can't expect any. I went to the doctor on August the 1st, 2011, and I've been on pills for sleeping and depression since that time.
So it's ruining your life.
Ruined my life.
And you just want justice.
Yes.
You want a fair hearing and a fair day in court.
And I love my husband, and I haven't seen and talked to my husband truly since December 2009.
Because the judge told you you can never go home.
And I could never talk to my husband.